Hello and welcome. My name is Chris and welcome to part 3 of fountain pen slip cases. How to make your own. This is going to be a really short video, I think, unless I talk on and on, because as you can see, I've gotten the case almost ready just to finish off. So it's the right length of what I want it to be, and I just wanted to show that final couple of steps. So I'm going to let the camera really focus on this because this is real important. You kind of pinch your case, and if you can see, you've got one on each end of a stitch, and you've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this final stitch that you end on is going to be number 6 on that back side. It won't be the end, it'll be number 6. So we're just going to go ahead and go in there, and most people probably have a better way of doing this than me even, but I'll just show you for anybody that doesn't have a clue, you know, of how to end it. And all I do on this is rather than, so I'm all lined up in there, and rather than do the single crochet where I'd go 1, 2, I'm just going to pull it in through that first one and go on and pull it through the second one, because I don't really want it to be as tall as it would be if I just, you know, did that full single crochet. I just want it to be a little edge there, okay? So that's done. And now it's time for just snipping. Just snip it off, give yourself a little extra room there. And all I do is go ahead and pull it through. I didn't leave it very thick there. Okay. Just pull it in and pull it through. And I try to get it just as tight as I can. But I'm not too concerned about how it's going to look, because I'm going to then thread the end with my little yarn needle. Okay, and then I'm just going to open it up and find a place to hook onto inside. Let's see, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little tricky since it's so small, but I usually go onto 3 of the stitches, and then I just, yeah, it kind of warps things out of control there a little bit for a second, and then pull it through, and that's it. Not really concerned with perfection, just with the fact that I don't want it to unravel ever. I want it to stay nice. So then I'm just going to snip that off, stick a scissor down in there and snip it off, and that's it. There you have it. And it you know, it's a simple one. It's very simple. It's just going to hold your pen in there. Let's see, we'll slip the Lamy in there and see how it goes. That one's nice and snug, actually. I think you could, yeah, you can hold that upside down and it won't fall out. They're all a little different. And I believe the reason they're all a little different is the yarn and the way we, you know, how tight I make the stitches. We're not machines as people. So each case you make is likely to be a little bit different. And of course with the variegated, it's never going to look the same. See how different the bottoms of those two are, and they're from the same yarn, of course. So there we have it. We have another case. And I wanted to show you what I made last night for my little Kaweco Sport. I made a little case for that pen. And this pen, as you know, when we started this one, we just did a chain 7 because we wanted 6, and you always have to have an extra. But with this one, I chained 6 so that I would be working with 5 stitches across. And it's snug. That's not, if my cats knock that off my desk or whatever, they're not going to be able to get the pen out. I don't think. I don't know. I've got one that's pretty talented, but anyway, this is, to me, this is just for fun and relaxation, and it uses up my extra yarn. Like this little bit here would be enough to make a case for a little Kaweco, you know. So I never really throw my yarn away until it's down to, well, I don't ever, because sometimes I'll have to do a repair on a drawstring pouch or something like that. So in this little Kaweco Sport, I have the Navajo, Noodler's Navajo Turquoise, which is one of my very favorite inks. It's just really beautiful. So anyway, this probably will be the shortest of the 3 videos, but that just shows you how to end it. And with part 1, 2, and 3, you've got the whole thing. And I wanted to show you one other thing too, because we talked about how these cases here are made with the peaches and cream or the sugar and cream. This is a 4-ply but very substantial 100% cotton yarn. And you may have something else on hand. You may have something that's 100% cotton like this one is, that's thinner, quite a bit thinner. And this is also 4-ply, I believe. Yeah, this is 4-ply, but it's just quite a bit thinner. It's real soft yarn. This comes from Hirschner's. It's you can order it online from Hirschners.com, and it's Village Yarn Craft Cotton. But it's different. In fact, I don't use a G with this. I use the F. I use it, and I don't have one right here, but it's the next smaller from the G. And this is how my pen case came out that I made with that yarn. It's very nice. It's soft. It's got the same basic, but I had to make one additional stitch, which means I'm starting with a 7, which would be 8, because to get 7, you have to have 8 initially. So if you're wanting to work with that thinner yarn, which I'm seeing a lot at Hobby Lobby and different places, they have 100% cotton yarn, but it's much thinner than the peaches and cream or sugar and cream. You could still do it. You'll just want to adjust. You'll want to kind of check and see what your width is. And of course, that if I flatten them, they're about the same. You're never going to get it probably precisely. So don't feel limited to a certain kind of yarn even. Just be aware that it'll change your gauge. You'll have to go ahead and make sure you're getting the size you want. And all I did was keep slipping the pen in as I was making my little test, just to see, okay, is that going to be the right size? That kind of thing. So that's all. I just wanted to mention that, because you don't have to go out and buy a different kind of yarn if you've got something on hand that'll work. I just happen to have a real preference for 100% cotton. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you before I end this video is the other project that I work on. It has nothing to do with fountain pens, but it is, I make these little drawstring pouches. And I do pretty much the same thing with these. I make the gusset here down in the bottom. And I just love these little pouches that I make. And I give them away. I gave really hundreds away to the cancer center where my dad got his treatments, because little kids would come in and other people, and they were giving away hats and things like that to the patients. So I thought it would be kind of neat to make something for the little children that have to come along with the families, and that was fun. And I still make these because they're meditative and they're fun. And if there's enough interest, if anybody would like to learn how to make these, because this is the same philosophy, the same beginning as how you do the pen case. So you'd be good to go all the way up through. 15 is the number I want. So I chain 16. So you'd be able to do all of that. But I'd be happy to come on and show how I do this top part. I used to make pouches that flapped over and had a button, and I just decided I was tired of that button business. I just wanted something real simple like this. And I put coins in mine. I put essential oils in them. There's no limit to what I put in them. I just like to organize that way, and I love pretty colors. So anyway, I thought I'd show it, and then please put in the comments if you are interested. I would probably really enjoy showing how this comes together. And anybody who's watched this series of 3 would already kind of know just about how to go about the bottom part. So you'd be good to go, and then we could do the top together. So thank you very, very much for joining me, for watching my video, for pressing like if you do like the video, and just enjoy your pens, enjoy your yarn, and the beauty of the colors. I just love the inks and the colors and writing, and I'm looking forward to doing more videos as I get ideas of what I think might be of interest and what I'd like to share. So have an awesome day, and thank you very much for viewing. Bye now.